Your job in the world is to find out what your real work is. Your real work. Work's what you do for yourself. Toil's what you do for somebody else. That work is what's going to satisfy your soul. That work is what animates you, which permits you to live in the exercise of your own unique and specific virtue. Now, you're going to take a lot of dumb jobs. You're going to take a lot of jobs that you don't like, or jobs that take you nowhere. You're going to pay maybe a dumb wage. You could have a good boss or a bad boss, but the boss is the boss, and you can't laugh off that curse. But if you do that toil, you're going to take part of the money and part of the time and use it to acquire tools and skills that enable you to do your work. And when you've got that, someday you're going to pick up the phone and call in well. And you're going to start to do your work, put your work in the world. And if it's something you find out you can't do by yourself, you find other people who are like-minded who want to do the same sort of thing. And you come together and you make that voluntary combination.
You can make your own sound and
Go with your code, yeah?
Seat in position, boy 719-5161. That's Robert Ocean, boy Lincoln Edward Sam. First of John Adam, married Ida Edward. Middle of John Ocean Young, Charles Edward. That's Arizona, California. Female, Hispanic, brown over brown, 5'7", weight 125, COP 516, 1980, no further.
Only.
Nobody tells people who are beginners.
Repeat the
And I really wish somebody had told
only
this to
for
me,
your code pin.
is that all of us who do creative work, like, we get into it, and we get into it because we have good things, but it's like there's a gap, that for the first couple of years that you're making stuff, what you're making isn't so good, okay? It's not that great. It's trying to be good, it has some vision to be good, but it's not quite that good. But your taste, the thing that got you into the game, your taste is still killer. And your taste is good enough that you can tell that what you're making is kind of a disappointment to you, you know what I mean? A lot of people never get past that phase. A lot of people at that point, they quit. And the thing I would just like say to you with all my heart is that most everybody I know who does interesting creative work, they went through a phase of years where they had really good taste, they could tell what they were making wasn't as good as they wanted it to be. They knew it felt short. It didn't have this special thing that we wanted it to have. And the thing I would say to you is everybody goes through that. And for you to go through it, if you're going through it right now, if you're just getting out of that phase, you gotta know that's totally normal. And the most important possible thing you could do is do a lot of work. Do a huge volume of work. Put yourself on a deadline so that every week or every month you know you're going to finish one story. Because it's only by actually going through a volume of work that you're actually going to catch up and close that gap. And the work you're making will be as good as your ambition is. In my case, like I took longer to figure out how to do this than anybody I've ever met. It takes a while. It's going to take you a while. It's normal to take a while, and you just have to fight your way through that. Okay?
Suspects were 204, approach incident 3502 Nardi 529, for PD has no available units to respond.
Laurel Canyon, incident 3517, 1551.
Copy that. Do you have any description of the suspect or a vehicle that he might be in?
Roger, sir. He was in a green SUV when he pulled up to the house. The green SUV is there. He is a male, Hispanic, shaved head in his last photo. 5'9", 160 pounds, approximately heads up on that. Appreciate it.
Okay, roger that. We'll get the FIs from you later on. We're just going to go sit on this case for a little longer. And I'll just try to contact you guys later for the FIs.